Today, from Memphis, Tennessee, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Memphis Hounds taking on the Orlando Sentinels.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Orlando Sentinels and the Memphis Hounds. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Memphis team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for our... Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. Throwing the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
To throw on 3rd down, Franklin. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A nice little juke. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Throwing on 1st down. Irving. Giving the football to Davis on an out route. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Off play action. Irving. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They bring their punter out there now. as he's on here to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Franklin. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
On 1st and 10, Franklin. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Franklin. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. On 1st down, Irving. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. On 2nd down now, it's Curry. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Davis with it left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll run on first down. Curry. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. And that flag accepted. Looking to throw. Irving. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On first down, Curry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw on second down, Irving. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Back to throw. Irving. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Franklin flushed out right. High throw, but the catch is made. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Eluding the pressure right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Orlando takes back over on offense. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually. But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So they bring out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Franklin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Looking to throw. Franklin. And it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Franklin. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 27. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third under pressure, and they got to him again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset. They'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Throwing on first down. Irving firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Looking to throw on second down. Irving. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Irving. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun. Irving. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On third down, Irving. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Franklin. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Franklin.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Franklin dancing to his left. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A little juke.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Orlando takes back over on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 3rd down, it's Curry. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Franklin finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. To throw on 2nd down, Franklin. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st and 10, Franklin. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. 34-24, the final score. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head over to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 28-10, the final. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are in a position where they need to win out and get some help. But a victory there does improve their mark to 6-7. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. The fullback comes through with a big play there. 41 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Operating from the gun, Irving. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again, Irving. He finds his man, complete. That's Curry. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Irving. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Irving throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Curry, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Irving. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Up the middle they go. Curry, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Franklin, he finds his man, complete. That's Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Franklin. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Ready. 52 blue.
To throw on 3rd down. Franklin. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 70th catch for him on the year. And like so many others, this goes for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Franklin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Operating from the gun. Franklin. He's got the 1st down and more. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the 1st half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Franklin. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Franklin. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Operating from the gun, Franklin. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Irving. He finds his man. Complete. It's Curry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. On 2nd down now, it's Curry. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Operating from the gun, Irving. That'll be caught by Shipley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. A little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 2nd down, it's Curry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Curry. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
play fake here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down. Looking to throw. Irving.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Curry. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Irving. He finds his man. Complete. It's Curry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Looking to throw. Irving. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle. In an old-school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Off the play fake. Franklin. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Franklin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. Franklin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Hounds are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now for the point after. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing to start the drive. Irving. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off play action. Irving.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Irving. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Orlando takes back over on offense. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
Throwing to start the drive. Irving.
That's complete to Shipley.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Curry.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 3rd and 2. Irving. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
The throw right sideline here is complete.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Curry.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
And that's complete to Davis. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They'll look to throw. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they take a knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Memphis, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.